Hello guys, this is the Decoder and welcome to another video. For today's video, I'm not going to be looking at one game, I'm going to be looking at two games. I'm going to be taking a look at Wii Sports and its sequel, Wii Sports Resort. First off, let's talk about Wii Sports. Wii Sports was released in 2006. It came with every brand new Wii, meaning if you purchased a brand new Wii console, this game came with it. I'm not sure about pre-owned Wii's. I don't know how that all works. It might depend on whether the previous owner handed in Wii Sports with his old Wii, but that's it. Now, if there's just one phrase I could think of to describe Wii Sports, it's basic, yet it's fun. And obviously, being a package game, you can expect it to be pretty basic. Wii Sports comes with 5 sports: baseball, bowling, boxing, golf, and tennis. In each of the sports, your main goal is to become a pro. How do you become a pro? By being ranked 1,000 or better. How do you get to that rank? By either beating your opponent or just by setting a certain score. Obviously, the higher up you get in the ranks, the tougher it'll be to beat your opponent, or the higher score you'll have to get. And it's definitely a challenge. You really have to know what you're doing. And also, once you become a pro, you're not safe. If you play the sport again and you do really bad, you could possibly just go down to regular status. Speaking of this, there's one thing I wish they had in the game, and that was maybe a free play mode, where you can just play and not have to worry about your skill level, or even you can just play less difficult opponents. Now, there is technically a way you can do that, and that's just by playing with a different Mii. Your data is kept through your Mii, so you can just start a brand new game with another Mii. But still, it would have been nice to have, just an option just to have a nice casual game instead of, worrying about your skill level and that. Each sport has 3 mini games, such as tennis has like a wall ball mini game, and baseball has like a home run derby mini game. And my favorite is the bowling. Basically, to describe it, they add an extra row of pins after every frame, and by the last frame, you've got like over 100 pins, and it's just really fun. And basically, your objective there is just to get the high score. In addition to that, there is a fitness test in which they'll put you through 3 of the mini games, and they'll give you an age rank, which can go from 20 being the best to 80 being the worst. And you can really have some really fun competitions doing this, seeing who can get the youngest age. I wish there were like leaderboards or something too, so you can have you can still have this competition if your friends are at their own house. I remember too the day I finally got ranked 20, which is the best, and I just felt so accomplished then. There is no online multiplayer, obviously being a package game, that's expected. Most games are 4-player, the exception being boxing and baseball. And most games only require the Wii remote. Boxing requires the nunchuck as well. Now, I would have to give this game a 8 out of 10. I would compare it to something like Angry Birds or like just a classic game like Tetris or something. All of them, it's just a very basic goal, yet it's just very fun to do. And it gets challenging too. Now, let's talk about its sequel, Wii Sports Resort. Wii Sports Resort was released in 2009. Now, I'm not sure about this. I think this is what happened, but I think if you bought a Wii after this game came out, you got this game with it as well as Wii Sports. Regardless if you got a new Wii or not, the game did come with the new Wii Motion Plus accessory, which was meant to enhance the motion, and it really does enhance it. It picks it up a lot better in that. The only really annoying part is now that you have to calibrate the controller every time you boot up a game. Or even every time the controller, just shuts off, whether it's low battery or something. Now, you do need the Wii Motion Plus accessory to play the game, meaning you're going to have to get another Wii Motion Plus accessory if you want to play 2-player or anything. Now, bowling and golf are back from the first one. Table tennis is here, and it's basically the same thing as regular tennis, but obviously now on a table. Same basic gameplay in that, though. Swordplay sort of replaces the old boxing, and basically swordplay is fencing. In addition to those sports, you've also got wakeboarding, frisbee, archery, basketball, power cruising, canoeing, cycling, and air sports. Now, this game takes place on the fictional Woohoo Island. And, one thing, I know it's not a big deal, but something I just sort of found cool is, like, during some of the sports, you'll maybe be outside and you'll see, some of the other areas, such as if you're in the cycling, you'll be biking past, like, the bowling alley and something. I don't know, it's just something I found cool. I know it's not a big deal, though. It's just sort of cool to see those other locations, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, most games require the Wii Remote as well as the Motion Plus accessory. There are some exceptions that also require the nunchuck. Same thing with the 4-player. Most games are 4-player. There are some exceptions that are only 2-player, and some that are even just 1-player. The mini-games are now part of the actual sport itself. What I mean by this is that Swordplay had like a fruit slicing minigame as well as a survival minigame, which is actually really fun. I remember with the survival minigame, it gets really harder later on, and I remember I finally beat it, the last level, and then, okay, now do all these levels in reverse. And then I just stopped at that point. But anyway, you would click Swordplay, and you'll either, go into the standard or one of the mini-games available. The mini-games aren't evenly distributed like they were in the last game. Unfortunately, they got rid of my favorite bowling mini-game. There still is no free play where you can just select your game. There's also still no online or no leaderboards, which I know the Wii isn't the best for that. But, it's a couple of years since Wii Sports. I think maybe at this point it should have it. You know what I mean? At least some sort of online connectivity would have been nice. Once again, your goal is to become a pro at every sport. You will now also have to become a pro at all the mini-games as well. I think high scores are kept in all of the sports now as well. Except for, the competitions where, you have to get up to 3. Oh, actually, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. But once again, it's a challenge, and it gets harder in that to become a pro. Now, one thing I do want to mention is, just because you're a pro at Wii Sports bowling does not mean you're a pro at regular bowling. There are similar motions, but it's not the same as the actual sport. The Wii Motion Plus does make it more accurate, but still. Once again, your Wii Sports Resort data is kept through your Mii. One thing that I liked in the first game that they also got rid of was the fitness test. Obviously, there sort of not being any mini games, there's no fitness test either, and I was disappointed to see that gone. I think even with some of the new mini games, it would have been really cool to see. Start up those competitions again. Anyway, I would have to give this game a 6 out of 10, just because I feel more progress could have been made, such as adding some sort of online connectivity, as well as they got rid of, some of the really fun parts that made Wii Sports what it was, such as that bowling mini game and, just the fitness test. I just thought those were two very fun things, and they weren't in this. However, it does have, more games than that to play, and that's all it really has as an advantage to Wii Sports. It's still good, but it's just not as good as the first one. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got to say about this. Thank you for watching. This has been the Decoder, and I'll see you guys later.